Van Voorhees, a nice warm day to do all the things outside. Brittany?
Yes, it was, Jane, but spring is sprung.
Yeah.
Feels nice out, but it also does come with, of course, those elevated pollen levels, things like that. So
sure.
folks certainly should make sure that they have the allergy medicine, the nasal spray, things that they need to stay nice and healthy and feeling better out there. As we are going to see really warm temperatures throughout the week, these levels are going to continue to go up. It was a fantastic day, though, felt by pretty much all, if you like the warmer temperatures. Current one, 84 degrees at Charlotte Douglas, but it got to 85 today, making it the warmest day of the year so far. Winds also a little bit lighter than yesterday, but still breezy at times, currently rocking out of the south and west at around 14 miles an hour. The wind is going to mean a lot over the next few days, and I'll show you why here in just a second. Today, again, not quite as high as yesterday. Highest wind gusts at the airport, 24 miles an hour. Yesterday, this is closer to 30, but the mountains saw a pretty significant drop from the 50s yesterday down to the 30s, which is a little bit more typical for folks there for this time of year. But because of the winds still staying gusty today and a little bit more so tomorrow for the mountains and northern part of the foothills, plus the dry weather, plus the warm weather too, we are going to be watching that elevated fire danger risk for those areas in Ashwaubenon, Avery County, and again, the northern part, especially of Caldwell and Burke County. Moderate for the rest of the area, including the Charlotte Metro, but this will be something we'll have to monitor over the next week and a half, as there's not an insane amount of rain expected over those next 10 days. We do have a few opportunities here and there, but not necessarily as much as we had last week. So as mentioned, of course, the pollen levels, this is gets a thumbs down from me, but the nicer weather gets a thumbs up. So you got to take the good with the bad. But tomorrow, Tuesday and Wednesday, even as we see a few more clouds build in by the latter 2 days, we'll still see those really high pollen levels, because even with clouds, we're staying warm. And the wind actually helps kick up the pollen even more so when we have those breezy days, which the breeziest days of the year are in March and April. But in terms of this wind, it's going to be very important coming in out of the south and west because of high pressure overhead. When that southwesterly wind starts to pull in, that's the blowtorch we see here in the Carolinas. It pulls in all of that southwesterly wind coming in from the Gulf of Mexico, and this allows for significant warmth over the next few days. And it's not just the high temperatures, it's the low temperatures too. We'll see those lows only in the mid 50s for parts of the mountains tonight. The foothills, upper 50s. Even these numbers, 10 degrees warmer than what we had this morning. So 10 degrees or so above average for this time of year. Even across the metro, we're talking mid to upper 50s, Sand Hills as well. So these temps are not going to drop off too much because, again, of the warmth that we'll see around. Anytime you have that warmth at night, those temperatures, of course, are a little bit more mild. Then in the afternoons, this is what you're left with. Tomorrow, after being the warmest day of the year so far today, we're going to do it all again tomorrow. We're talking a high temperature of 88 degrees. This will be the first time that we've seen the upper 80s in about 7 years here in Charlotte in the month of April. 89 is the record, so I think we're going to get at least 1 or 2 degrees from that. Tuesday, more of the same, 87, record being 89. The one day I don't think we're going to do that is Thursday, because while the temperature will be close to 90 here in Charlotte, the record is 93. I don't think we'll be quite that warm, but again, above average warmth for both the highs and the lows. That's really the big weather story this upcoming week. In fact, as you look at your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast, a few showers possible Tuesday night, more opportunities for some scattered rain on Wednesday, still very warm there in the lower 80s. We're skyrocketing there to near 90 on Thursday, another chance of rain later part of the week, Friday and Saturday, but that does look to start to filter out as we get closer to the latter half of the day on Saturday afternoon, which is getting us very close to Earth Day next Monday. I will say here about these chances for rain, timing here on Friday into Saturday is going to be very important. An earlier front means a cooler day on Saturday and more rain on Saturday versus the latter, which right now looks like a later front with that best chance of rain looking to be next Sunday.